fight to survive. We're never gonna gain control.
What up, y'all, and welcome to Oswego Speedway for the 17th race in the 2024 FBRL Napa Truck Series season. Griffin Label McDermott on pole for the third time this season, leading all drivers and earning his fourth career pole, making him just the 8th driver in series history to reach that mark. JD Martin will start to his outside. Edward Siemba, Cameron Lessard in row 2. William Brock, Luke Martin, row 3, Hannah Allen, and now three-time race winner on the year, Richard Johnson, sit in row 4, as Malik Nevins and Ace Wild round out the top 10. It's the final race for part-time trucks. Nevins, Wild, both looking to get to victory lane one last time in their careers, but it's going to be probably one of the most hard-fought races. Drivers reported in practice it's very easy to slide it up the track, and the inside line is the line to be in. Your points leader Noah Hart with a 57-point lead over teammate Hannah Allen starts in 14th place. Third in the points, Ryan Reed starting right behind them. Reed 66 points back. Brock and Johnson, who start in front of the points leader, 100 and 137 points back respectively, as you've got a ton of drivers in the field looking to hit victory lane for the first time this season, including Bradley Bishop Jr. and James Silverfox, who have had mixed luck all season. Others including Aria Carmona, Nelson Reeves, Austin Runkle, Jeff Bolton. The list goes on and on for those looking to win. Just 6 races left here in the final season for the Napa Truck Series. And after tonight, it'll be 39 truck fields, might be 38 truck fields, as the 37 team of Genesis Engineering is looking for a new driver. Jared Vereshigan filling out his contract obligation here tonight and is stepping away due to a personal decision. So Jared Vereshigan looking to go out with a bang here, as we got 120 laps of action here under the lights at Oswego Speedway. Pit stops will not be a factor. It's our first time here. Let's go trackside for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Cool.
6 races remain in the 2024 championship. Aria Carmona is making her 69th career start tonight. Nice. We've got a ton of hometown drivers. We're back in New York for the second time this year. So just like at Watkins Glen, Eric Monaco, Aria Carmona, Jeff Bolton, Griffin Leeple McDermott, who is your pole sitter, Michael Miller, and Seth Cole, hometown natives of the state of New York. GLM and JD will lead them to the green flag. 120 laps of action here under the lights. Second dirt track race of the season is underway. And wasting no time, going 3 wide for the lead is Siemba and William Brock. GLM to their outside, lap 1 complete. McDermott leads the first lap of the race. Talked about it on the starting grid. With the way this track races, we could be in for a history-making night potentially. The lead changes record might just get broken. Leader's record could go with it. Who knows? Now Hannah Allen looking to the point, followed by Daniel Bouchard. 3 wide again for the lead as Bouchard slides up. Now here comes Fitzwater. They're 3 wide for third. Bouchard gets clear of the lead now. Now Fitzwater Jr. 3 wide on the bottom. Siemba in the middle. Allen on the top. Now Rogers to the inside as Fitzwater clears for second. This will probably be the one race this season where it's going to be hard to cut away for a break. They are almost 4 wide for third. Fitzy with just enough momentum to clear Siemba. As now AJ Jones is to the inside, 3 wide with McDermott and Siemba. Austin Rogers looking to the inside of Bouchard for the race lead. Rogers looking to clear Bouchard as now AJ Jones and Ricky Freeman Jr. moving up the inside line. Here comes Richard Johnson. Riker Haverman up here in the 84 truck. In his final start here in the Napa Truck Series along with Malik Nevins and Ace Wild. AJ Jones to the lead. Ricky Freeman Jr. looking to his inside. Freeman Jr. started the year off with a couple of great runs. Has been struggling to find those runs here. As the season has progressed, they are almost 4 wide for the lead. Will Richard Johnson make it so? Not quite. Freeman leads the lap at the line. Now Fitzwater to his inside will clear for the race lead. Oh, Daniel Bouchard got really loose there going into 3. That could have spelled calamity. Now as Richard Johnson moves to the inside of Fitzwater to take the race lead, how about Nelson Reeves, Chase Marks, and Aiden Carlton up here at the front of the field, looking to maybe challenge for the race lead themselves. I am going to have no voice after this race is over. Look at how close the lap times are on the fastest lap board. As Richard Johnson takes the lead, let's take a look at the back of the field, see who is currently struggling. You got Runkle back here, Seth Cole, Jeff Bolton. How about Noah Hart, your points leader? Qualified on the outside line, has not been able to get to the bottom as wow! Toby Christie, great save, almost gets turned by Eric Monaco. James Silfox able to help save Monaco's truck by being there. Almost got himself dumped instead. Also got Michael Miller and Carmona. A lot of the hometown drivers struggling right now. Luke Martin included. How about Angel Gutierrez? Top 30 right now. Jared Vereshigan in his final start with Genesis Engineering. Maxwell Dragon Sport will start up this number 37 truck next time out at Massachusetts. Gutierrez still moving forward. Ryan Reed looking to jump into the top 20. He is in the midfield right now. As we head back up to the front of the field, it is the 20 of Richard Johnson in the race lead. As Richard Johnson leads the way, Nelson Reeves looking to his inside for the top position. Last time we saw Reeves in the top 5 contending for a win was at Italy. And Reeves, another long-time tenured Napa Truck Series driver, looking to visit victory lane before the season is all said and done. Remember, this is the final season. Got a lot of drivers that would like to add their name to the wins list, but not all of them are going to be able to do it. And then there's other drivers looking to put their legacy as close to the top as they can. How about Richard Johnson, for example, already 3 wins this season. And most recently, last time out at Memphis. As Nelson Reeves moves into the race lead, looking to stay as close to the front as possible to have a chance to visit victory lane for just one moment in his Napa Truck Series career. And Griffin Label McDermott right behind them, another driver looking to carve his name into the wins list and say, I did that. I won a race in the Napa Truck Series. But you've got so many other hungry drivers. And of course, the championship ever going, Richard Johnson, coming into this race. 137 points out of the championship. Time is running out to gain points on Noah Hart. And Noah Hart right now, all the way at the back of the field. This is great for Richard Johnson. If he can maintain being up here at the front as Rogers retakes the lead. Noah Hart has a bad race tonight and Johnson gets a top 3. It could put him right back in the mix. Now McDermott, the highest running hometown driver, back to the point. Bouchard now with the move to the inside of Rogers, almost 3 wide here as they come off of turn 4. Right now the favorites at the front appear to be McDermott, Bouchard, and Richard Johnson. You could probably throw Austin Rogers into that mix as well. Now Siemba, McDermott's teammate, back to his inside. Siemba, in his final year for Anjado last year, did not get to visit victory lane. 3-time winner in Napa Truck Series history. Siemba would love to make that a 4-time win mark and join the few drivers that have made it to 4 wins. 4 wins in Napa Truck Series history is the cream of the crop list to be put on. And if you can get a 5th win, man, it gets even smaller. Everyone knows what Richard Johnson has accomplished in the FBRL. Sony Cup Series champion, 25-time race winner. Danny Bouchard, quite the journeyman career Bouchard has had throughout the FBRL. Got that first win at the Talladega 150. Now looking to maybe get a 2nd win as he battles his teammate. The caution is out for the first time tonight. We've made it clean and green for the first 32 laps. And Ricky Freeman Jr. is upside down. Oh boy. That ain't good. Looks like Eric Monaco might be involved. Oh, and Noah Hart is stopping here on the back straightaway, and he's got door damage. What is going on here? Is it dead? I can't tell if his truck is... Oh, it's not dead. Something goofy going on. But the Starcom Fiber Toyota has door damage on the right side. Might have some front end damage as well. The pit road here is goofy. There's a left side and a right side, so you have to wait before going down, I believe. But first caution of the night. Let's see what happened to Ricky Freeman Jr. Ricky Freeman Jr., we saw him at the front of the field battling for the lead early on. Had fallen to 23rd and just loses it into turn 3 and barrels wildly. And oh, right there, front end of Freeman's truck connected with the windshield of Noah Hart's truck on the passenger side. And that could be a ton of damage for Noah. Let's take it on board. On board the 18 of Noah Hart. Just really had nowhere to go. He slowed down the best he could, but damage on this 18 truck nonetheless. For all the crash nerds out there that like to watch a crash in slow motion, we're going to watch this one more time. You see Freeman arcs the corner, almost the same as Luke Martin, but just arced it a little too much. Loses traction. Second, it slams the wall. The barrel roll begins, and I mean, Eric Monaco hits Freeman. That allows the truck to start spinning. So Freeman's truck does not dig completely into the dirt and do a violent barrel roll. Instead, it kind of spun like a Beyblade. But Freeman's night is likely over nonetheless. Getting ready to go back racing here. Coming to lap 38. Daniel Bouchard, your race leader. Johnson second. McDermott third. Hannah Allen fourth. Siemba fifth. Brian Reed has climbed into the top 10. He is sixth. Rogers 7th, Jones 8th, Silver Fox into the top 10 as well, up in 9th, and Ace Wild rounds out the top 10. Eric Monaco and Ricky Freeman Jr. are done for the night. Noah Hart restarting at the back of the field after fixing damage. Pace truck down pit road, and we are back green here at Oswego. Richard Johnson going to make a move here right away into turn 3 on teammate Daniel Bouchard. Now McDermott with a big move. Catches Bouchard off guard. Now McDermott to the inside of Johnson for the lead. Siemba to the inside of the MER trucks. Looking to follow his teammate through to second place. Now here comes Hannah Allen sending it to the inside of Bouchard and Johnson. Bouchard giving as little room as possible here to Johnson so as to not sacrifice momentum. Now Siemba to the point. Mostly double file. Oh, something just happened back here. Tristan Grace was all the way down the track to get to the inside of William Brock. Not sure if something might have happened or not. But Tristan Grace having a pretty good night here. Currently running in 16th, looking for 15th on Malik Nevins. Not been the season Nova Sport wanted out of this driver, but they are making the best of it now. And Grace showing some pace here towards the end of the season. Nelson Reeves still fighting hard to stay towards the top 10 here. So we've got some new challengers. How about JD Martin, who qualified in second? He's made it back up to the front of the field, challenging McDermott for 4th place. As Richard Johnson continues to be the one to lead the way. It has been hard for anyone to get by him and stay in front of him. As we see Noah Hart in the distance, caution is out once again. And this 18 is wounded. Looks like another incident in turn 3. And it involves the 62 of Jerry Cook. Looks like it might be a solo incident. Let's take a look at the replay. Well, much like Ricky Freeman Jr., Jerry Cook arced it a bit too much and went for a wild ride in turn 3. And his truck kind of landed on the door there. But a violent wreck for Jerry Cook here on lap 45. Gonna do this once again here for anyone out there who wants to see how many flips Jerry Cook had. Unlike Freeman Jr., he didn't have someone to hit him in the rear and turn him like a Beyblade, so Cook simply did a barrel roll. So it was a really fast rotation at first, but not even 6 complete rolls there. But a violent wreck to to end Cook's night. Richard Johnson will lead him back to the green flag here, coming to lap 50. Siemba in second place, Bouchard third, J.D. Martin fourth, McDermott fifth, Silver Fox, Rogers, Reed, Allen, Reeves, the top 10. Jerry Cook, third driver to retire from tonight's race. Moves Noah Hart up another position to 39th. It appears Noah Hart is a second off the pace. That'll keep him within minimum speed. So he will get to keep racing. He's just going to have to do his best to stay out of the way. Green flag is back out, and we are back on the way at Oswego. Bouchard looking to take back second place from Edward Siemba here as they go into turn 3. That'll move Siemba up to the top of 3 wide. J.D. Martin to his inside in the middle. McDermott all the way on the bottom. And as we aren't even halfway yet into this race, you gotta wonder, are these drivers concerned about traction as J.D. Martin and Siemba got tangled up there for a quick moment? You've seen 2 drivers just break loose completely going into turn 3 here. You gotta wonder, it's happened twice. Is it destined to happen again? Can these drivers put on a show all the way to the finish for the fans? Johnson backed by Daniel Bouchard. Now here comes McDermott looking to retake the race lead as Ryan Reed moves up to the front of the field. Reed came into this race 66 points behind Noah Hart in the championship. Hannah Allen, Hart's teammate, came in 57 points back in the championship, both running inside the top 10. As Noah Hart is running a second off the pace. And if this keeps going green, it's a matter of time before he goes a lap down. Reed currently with the fastest time on the track tonight, a 16.619. And all 42 drivers setting the time under a 17.0. Oh, Richard Johnson with a big slide. Almost gets into McDermott there off of 4. As Ryan Reed battles for the lead with McDermott. Reed leads his first lap of the night there at the line. What a big move in the championship it would be for Ryan Reed if he could win this race tonight. Would currently be on pace, if he were to win, to gain 62 points on Noah Hart in the championship. That would put Ryan Reed just 4 points behind Hart. As here we go, lap 61, just past halfway. McDermott, the leader, will move to Hart going into turn 3. And Noah Hart has fallen a lap down. Not Johnson. Daniel Bouchard, similar paint schemes. And James Silverfox, the first 2 behind McDermott to get by Hart, as Hart gets in the way. Drops Reed and Johnson to 4th and 5th. Now AJ Jones, Austin Rogers, Hart's teammate Hannah Allen losing positions. They are 4 wide. Jones bangs doors with Noah Hart, saying, "Get the hell out the way. You slow." That was a moment and a half there for AJ Jones and Noah Hart. Now Fitzwater Jr. about does the same thing. And they want to get through Everyone wants to get by Noah Hart. They want to get by him fast. Nelson Reeves has dropped outside of the top 15. How about Mac Johnson? Looking to move his way up towards the top 10. Malik Nevins up to 7th place. How about Nevins maybe getting a win here in his final start? Would be career win number 5 for Malik Nevins. McDermott in the middle of a Monster Energy sandwich here as Richard Johnson retakes the race lead. About William Brock up here in 5th place, has managed to get his truck into the top 5. You really got to wonder with how close the lap times are, not seeing really too much fall off here. I mean, they literally are only maybe off a 10th or 2, and that's because they've got trucks to their outside. You really have to wonder. 29 drivers faster than a 16.8. I mean, that is insane. I mean, everyone is pretty much on top of each other, and the only way you're really seeing people make passes here is when they get to the inside of another truck. So are the favorites for the race here at the front of the field as we hit 50 laps to go. McDermott side by side with Ryan Reed, Silver Fox to the inside of Johnson behind them. Also inside of the top 10, Brock, Bouchard, AJ Jones, Aiden Carlton, Edward Siemba, Malik Nevins. Drivers we've seen in the top 10. JD Martin, Austin Rogers, Fitzwater, Nelson Reeves, Hannah Allen. Chase Marks was up here at one point. I mean, it has been a challenging race for the drivers here at Oswego Speedway. Very similar to how it is when we've gone to the Springfield Dirt Mile. And now James Silverfox will take the race lead for the first time tonight. I believe that makes it all 3 Martin Motorsports drivers leading here tonight. And remember, Mitsubishi still looking for their first win on the season. Same with Chevrolet. We have not seen Chevrolet win a race yet this season, and I'm sure those 2 manufacturers would love to get a win in the final season. At least one. At least one at this point. And you know, for Chevrolet, S3 Motorsports and Crossroads both would love to visit Victory Lane. In the span of these last 6 events, it's gonna be difficult. McDermott back to the point. Is this McDermott's best chance to get to Victory Lane? We saw at Martinsville. He was close to his teammate, or not his teammate, his driver, JD Martin. He was close, but couldn't quite get past him while navigating lap traffic. Tonight, he's going up against the best of the best. William Brock, 7-time winner. Silver Fox, legendary driver in the Sony Cup Series. Richard Johnson. Ryan Reed, who has shown some amazing pace here in the second half of the season. Can McDermott surpass all of them to win tonight? He's in the middle, 3 wide. Johnson on his bottom, Brock on the top. That sounded weird. We roll with it. Going to be 41 laps to go this time by now as Richard Johnson will once again look to retake the race lead here as they're about to catch Noah Hart for the 2nd time. All right, when they lapped Noah Hart the first time, McDermott was the leader. Now coming by the 2nd time, McDermott is the leader once again. Who does Noah Hart hold up this time? Going to hold up Reed and Johnson again. Brock goes by for 2nd, Bouchard 3rd, Silver Fox into 4th. Johnson drops low. Ryan Reed still stuck behind Noah Hart. AJ Jones goes by. Now Reed will get to the inside of Hart. 3 wide. Rogers to his door. Edward Siemba now behind the 18. Gonna lose a spot as JD Martin moves forward. Aiden Carlton moves forward. That drops Siemba out of the top 10. And how about this? Hannah Allen. Since Hannah Allen was held up the last time Noah Hart went a lap down, Hannah has not been able to recover. She is still running in 17th place. And remember, she is just 9 points ahead of Ryan Reed, who's running in the top 10. So if Hannah Allen cannot recover and finish close to Ryan Reed, if Reed gets a top 5, that is going to drop Hannah Allen below the 44. And not only will Allen have to worry about teammate Noah Hart, she's going to have to worry about that 44 of Ryan Reed as well. Well, 30 laps to go. The battle rages on. This is as good a time as any to run through the field from the back to the front. Callie DeGarmo. Just a lack of experience on the short tracks holding them back tonight. Same for Christie, for Reshigan, Murdo, Bradley Ream, maybe just a bad truck. Gutierrez, McDonald, Jeff Bolton are all outside of the top 30. Carmona, man, I'm not sure what's wrong with this truck, but she has not had a good night at one of her hometown tracks. She's 29th, make that 30th actually, just behind Benjamin Snyder, Michael Miller, Seth Cole, Kyle Soustrai, all just outside of the top 25. Here's Riker Haberman. Bradley Bishop Jr., there's a guy we have not seen get to the front of the field tonight. It's just been kind of stuck back here. Can say the same for Zachary DeLello and Austin Runkle, Cameron Lassard included. Luke Martin has been trying to move forward. He's up to 17th place right now. This is the highest I believe he's been running all night long. Ace Wild in his final race right now running in 15th place. He hasn't really gone forward more than a couple positions inside the top 10. And right now here is the top 10. Rogers, Nevins, Jones, Bouchard, Silver Fox, Reed, JD Martin back at the front. 3 wide to the inside of Johnson and McDermott as William Brock leads the way. How about this? This is the second race since JD's win at Martinsville. Could JD be looking to become a 2-time winner in Napa Truck Series history here towards the end of the series running? McDermott falls to 5th as teammate Silver Fox drives by on the bottom. Johnson back to the lead, gets by JD Martin. Anyone could win this race. That's how crazy this has been. McDermott all the way back to the bottom now, 3 wide. 20 laps to go, next time by. Who is gonna win this race? Place your bets because I don't know. AJ Jones now looking to challenge to get inside the top 5. Shark House Performance showing some good pace here at the end of this thing. Could they be the ones to challenge Richard Johnson, who has led the most laps tonight? Brock, Johnson, door to door there at the line. It could be a finish like that. Look at that, 13 1/1000ths of a second. As we're going to come to lap Noah Hart a 3rd time. This should be the last time. Who's going to get held up this time? Johnson to the inside. Brock, McDermott, Ryan Reed. None of them want to give an inch. Oh, man, a little bit of contact here and there. But all 3 of them will get by the 18 of Noah Hart. Silver Fox will get held up. Nevins drops to his inside. Oh boy, almost more contact as they're 4 wide again with Noah Hart. Nelson Reeves looking to challenge, looking to find the way to the front here at the end. Ryan Reed in second place, behind Richard Johnson. AJ Jones in third, battling with McDermott. Can AJ Jones get his second win of the season and be the fourth driver to win 6 races in series history? Looking to challenge Johnson here. Looking to his inside. Oh, something's going on. What's going on? Oh no! Richard Johnson just slammed Arya Carmona. Contact from Silver Fox and Fitzwater. McDermott stopped on the track. It looked like Carmona had blown up and the drivers were scattering, trying to figure out where to go. And just like that, this race has been turned on its head. With 11 laps to go, Richard Johnson's dominating truck destroyed on pit road. And what could have been a huge points gainer in the championship on Noah Hart is likely going to go down as losing a handful of points instead. Heartbreaker here for Richard. He was the first one on the scene. Let's take another look at that. Oh, I don't know, y'all. Arya Carmona blew up and drove right past pit road. I don't know if she lost power steering or something. I'm not sure, but my goodness. Ryan Reed just misses Arya Carmona. Does it look like... It looks like maybe McDermott got hit by Rogers, but he doesn't really get any damage other than just losing a ton of track position here. But wow. What a turn of events. We're hearing we might be able to go back green this time by. Ryan Reed is your leader now. AJ Jones second. Nelson Reeves up to third. Brock, Bouchard, the top 5. Rogers, Fitzy, JD Martin, Silver Fox, and Nevins top 10. Lights are off. We're going green. That dropped Griffin Lapel McDermott to 13th place. 8 laps to go. Does he have time to get back to the front? Noah Hart gets one of his laps back. As Richard Johnson and Arya Carmona, they are done for the night. As is Toby Christie, who blew up under the caution. So far, Reed holds strong. Jones, not quite able to get close. Brock by Reeves for third. Now Brock gonna go by Jones for second. Nelson Reeves looking to get back by AJ Jones here as Brock is the one closing in on Ryan Reed, and the caution is out here, coming to 5 to go. We should get one more restart. Reed the leader. Who was it this time? And that appears to be the 08 of Benjamin Snyder. Well, y'all take a guess what happens here into turn 3. Oh man, Angel Gutierrez about did it with him. Oh, and tons of air for Benjamin Snyder, and the first one to land back on all 4 tires. But man, Snyder has had some violent accidents the last few races. And man, he must have a body made of steel, man. He's just been enduring all of this. Noah Hart gets another lap back. We're going to have a green-white checkered. Ryan Reed is your leader. William Brock second. AJ Jones third. Reeves fourth. Bouchard fifth. Rogers, Fitzy, JD Martin, Nevins, Luke Martin at the top 10. McDermott restarts in 12th. Can he at least get a top 10 out of this thing? Hannah Allen in 15th place. Noah Hart going to get another position here with Benjamin Snyder out of the race. That reduces the total of points the championship competitors can gain on him. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Can William Brock do anything to get by Ryan Reed? He's setting up a move here, looking to the inside here, coming to the white flag. And it ain't gonna matter. The caution's out again. They wrecked immediately. Chase Marks has big damage. So does Michael Miller. Bradley Bishop Jr., I believe, potentially involved as well. And for the second time this year, third win for Freeze Racing Team on the year, Ryan Reed will win at Oswego in a chaotic ending. This race went to crap here towards the end, but a very solid event nonetheless. This is big in the championship as Noah Hart comes home in 35th place with Reed getting the win. That is going to close things right on up before we get to where everyone finished. Let's see what brought out this race end in yellow. We're going to do a slow-mo on this one. Let's see here. Chase Marks, BBJ there side by side. Seth Cole on the inside. And Michael Miller just stopped going into the corner. Was he trying to pit? Or he might have had an issue. Collects Seth Cole, BBJ, and Chase Marks. And wow! Ben McDonald makes contact. And Michael Miller about became the fourth driver to barrel roll tonight. That was insane, though. Result time. Well, y'all, what an end to this race. Ryan Reed brings home checkered flag number 2 of the season. William Brock comes home in 2nd. AJ Jones 3rd. Nelson Reeves with a 4th place result. Daniel Bouchard in 5th. Austin Rogers, Zachary Fitzwater Jr., J.D. Martin, Malik Nevins, and Luke Martin round out your top 10. Unfortunate for Edward Siemba and Griffin Lapel McDermott finishing 11th and 12th. So they had really good shots there to maybe win this thing, and they got hurt there by the Aria Carmona engine failure. And her decision to stay out will be highly reviewed. And potentially big penalty coming down is we believe she had a good opportunity there to pit for whatever was ailing, for what happened to her truck. Hannah Allen comes home 15th, going to gain good points on Noah Hart, but not as many as she could have if she could have gotten a top 5 run. Other notables, we saw Riker Haverman in the top 10 at one point. He finishes 21st. James Silverfox, man. All 3 Martin Motorsports drivers, man. With bad luck here at the end. We're all fighting for top 5 spot, fighting for the win. Silverfox ends up 24th. Jared Vereshkin in his final race, 28th place. Noah Hart brings it home in 35th. Richard Johnson, 38th, will lose just 3 points, but with 5 races remaining, the amount of points he could have gained with a top 5 or potentially another win tonight would have been huge for his championship hopes. And then, of course, Jerry Cook, Ricky Freeman Jr., all going for barrels alongside Benjamin Snyder. That'll do it for me tonight. 5 races remain. Next time out is Massachusetts as we head to the Papyrus Motorsports Park for the final road course race of the season. It's going to be high speeds, draft dependent, and strategy perhaps, depending on how the race goes. I'll see y'all then. Congrats once again to the man Ryan Reed on his second checkered flag of the season.